I have no idea why, but I have had Tom and Jerry stuck in my head all afternoon. I'm sitting around going da 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 da. And if you're old enough to remember Tom and Jerry, I am so sorry that I butchered that. But anyway, I've been doing it all afternoon. It's crazy. This is like round number 9, 10, 11. Like, I don't even know. In case you couldn't tell, I have a new microphone, which gives me this wonderful late night FM DJ voice, and I love it. I think it's great. However, that's not why I have it. I have it so that I can actually talk to the camera a little bit better instead of using my don't have it here. Instead of using my microphone, the other microphones, the little one, like the little microphones, instead of having those, I have a new microphone. It's a desktop microphone. Love it to pieces. Got a new light up here, so I have a new studio light instead of my desk lamp, and we're trying a couple of different things with the channel. We're trying some new stuff. The biggest thing is that today, when I record this, and probably when I post it, April 8th. Right now it's 3:23 p.m. I've been at this for about 45 minutes. Who knows? Maybe I'll put it in the can tonight and I'll send it out. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with it. But anyway, the important part is that on the 26th, so 3 Saturdays from now, let's look up exactly what's going on. I know it's 3 Saturdays. So the 12th is this Saturday. I'm going to be in Tabor. The 19th, I have commitments. And on the 26th, oh, sure, I have commitments. But anyway, I can still make the 26th. We're going to do this around 6 to 8 p.m. is roughly what I'm hoping for right now. Who knows if that's actually going to happen exactly then or exactly how? Like, who knows? I've never done a live stream. So we're going to try it out and see what happens. So that's what we're going to do on the 26th. So, like I said, not the 12th, it's this Saturday, not the 19th, that's next Saturday, but the 26th, the Saturday away from that. So that's 2 Saturdays from now. So 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, we're going to offer a live stream. As you can tell, I'm a little excited about it. I think it's going to be fascinating. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be all kinds of exciting. We're going to have at least Donna's road trips on the channel where we're going to be interviewing her. It's going to be a whole series because there are some serious questions that I really want to dig into with her. She's had a bit of a not so much a unique experience, but she has a unique perspective on things that we all eventually, at some point, we all deal with. And what I really, really want to do is I want to talk to her about those unique experiences and the things that she's gone through in life. I want to talk to her about those things. And she's given me permission to ask her difficult questions. And I'm going to. If you know me at all, you know I'm going to ask difficult, pointed questions, and I'm not holding back. And neither is she. We've actually had the conversation a couple of times now, and it's that's where we came up with the understanding or it's okay for me to ask these questions. And I think it's fabulous. I think she's amazing. So I cannot wait until we go to do this. The big thing for me right now is it's not just going to be, hey, here's Donna, here's her van, here's what she does. She's van lifer and blah, blah, blah. No, we're going to do that, but that's not what's coming up on the live stream. If I can nail her down from, like I said, 6 to 8 mountain time, by the way. So when you're looking that up, mountain time, 6 p.m. mountain time, April 26th to approximately 8 p.m. If we don't have anybody, then we're probably going to cut it short. And I don't know what else we're going to do. But anyway, that's what we're looking at right now. So what we're doing if we have a lot of people show up. And for me, a lot of people is anything past five. And like anything past five, I'm good to go. We'll extend it if we're having a great conversation. We'll extend it for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't care. We'll just go until the party stops, kind of thing. Anyway, what Donna has gone through, I'm going to leave it for the live stream. She's lived a life. She has. She's lived a life. She's had experiences that I personally can relate to for reasons I'm not going to get into. And my partner that you see me traveling with all the time, Marcy, she's fabulous. She's actually upstairs right now. I'm down in the dungeon, and it's my room, by the way. This is my bedroom, so welcome to my room. This is my space. This is my desk. This is where I do all my everything. Anyway, so what was happening is we're going to have her on the channel. We're going to have Donna on the channel. We're going to have Marcy with us, I hope. And we're going to be sitting there. We're going to be talking to Donna about all kinds of stuff. We're going to pointed questions. And it's something I think a lot of my viewers are going to be able to relate to. And I don't know if anybody on my channel has actually gone through that, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Let me know in the comments what you think we're going to really talk about. And let's see if I can blow the socks off everybody. And nobody's right. And we're just crazy wild topic. It's going to be fun. Anyway, like I said, she's a great character. She's a lot of fun. We're going to be talking to her about some of the things that she's been through, how she coped with the things that she's been through, what she's doing to move forward, how she's doing in life. And yes, we are going to take a look at her van. I'm probably going to throw that one out there on Monday. I'm not sure, but we're going to go over the weekend. We're going to throw some stuff out there, and we're going to see what her van looks like, see what her whole setup is, and why her setup is the way that it is. And we're going to see a lot of different things about Donna, and Donna's just going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have minimum 2 videos with Donna, probably 3 videos with Donna, maybe 4. No matter what we do, we're gonna, like I said, minimum 2 videos, possibly, yeah, maybe, I don't know. We're gonna have some videos with Donna because she's a topic all by herself. If we can talk about things for the 2 hours on the live stream or the 3 hours on the live stream or however long we end up going for, if we can talk about that stuff and it's engaging to the audience, great. That'll be 1 video. That's it. It's done. So I'll have that one, the live stream posted on the channel as well. We're going to have other videos with Donna where we tour her van and we ask her all kinds of questions about the van. We're going to have the little microphone that you always see me wearing, the little microphone. We're going to have those out and we're going to be talking to her with the camera. We're going to bring the camera around and see what's going on. By the way, I had to replace my camera in case nobody knows. Um, I hate sharing this, but I don't know if you can see that very well. That's what I did to my camera. My last camera, let me put it over here. Can you see that very well? Can you see that? Now you can see that a little bit. I don't know. It's the autofocus on the live stream is terrible. But anyway, you see what I did there? This is actually closed. It doesn't close more than this now. Oh, I just dropped out a couple more pieces of glass. Yeah, that it got totally destroyed. What ended up happening? I had a bit of a spill on my scooter. I had a spill where I threw some stuff on the floor here. Anyway, I had a spill on my scooter. It was not just a little bit of a spill. It was actually it was a big boy spill. When I did it proper. I really did. What ended up happening is I actually broke my collarbone right here, and I did some damage to my shoulder in the socket area. Like I don't even know what it was, but this is where the damage was, and I had a bruise that went from behind my shoulder. I can't stretch that far, but I had it from behind my shoulder. It came all the way down here, and it actually came across my chest like that. All of this was green. Okay. Like not that kind of green. It was a cross between this and this. It was a deep bruise all across my chest, half of my shoulder. There's still marks on there. The bone is still broken. It's long story. Long story short, I'm better now. The bruise is just right here right now. That's all the bruise that I have right now, and a little bit across the top. It's hypersensitive when I go to touch it most of the time, but yeah, it's not as bad as it was. It's not nearly as bad as it was. It's been 2.5 weeks now since I took the spill, and I was actually headed downtown, and when I took the spill, I don't have them anymore. Yes, I do. I have them. I have another set of earphones exactly like I have here. Okay, they're not supposed to do that, by the way. Like up here, I don't know how well you can see that, but I smashed that all in right there. Oh, it went out of focus again. There you go. So all the buttons smashed in. I got a bunch of scrapes on the side and scrapes up the side. And like honestly, I should have been wearing a helmet. I really should. They do fold like this. That is okay for them to fold like this, but the damage that's not supposed to be there. Not like that. Anyway, what ended up happening was being the genius that I am, I was not wearing a helmet. I've ridden scooters for like 4 or 5 years now. Never once ever had a problem. I've ridden the big scooters, the little scooters, the all kinds of electric scooters. This one has got so much power. I actually was on one of the main streets over here. It's called Crowchild. If you're from Calgary, you know what I'm talking about. It's crazy. I went on Crowchild. I was doing about 65, 60, 60, some, I think it was around 60. Anyway, 60 kilometers an hour. No clue what that is in miles, but it's ridiculous. I was going ridiculously fast. This time I was doing somewhere around 25 or 30, and it was purely stupid. Stupid on my part. I have to I can't find the word now. Express. I have to. I don't even know what the word. Anyway, what ended up happening was I had a concussion so bad that I honestly didn't remember the accident. I still don't remember the accident. What happened was I crashed. I got back up and I walked away. I literally did. I have no idea. But I was sitting at a bus stop and it was just like I had to stop. I was in so much pain. And all I could do is I called Marcy and she was on her way to go to the States. She was on a flight and I sat back and was like, I said, something happened. I had an accident. She said, what do you mean? What are you talking about? I said, I don't know. My shoulder's messed up. She said, what do you mean? I said, I don't know. My shoulder's messed up. And she comes and said, well, what's going on? I said, I have no idea. I'm at the bus stop. And she said, well, what bus stop? And I was like, I don't know. I'm across from the Value Village. And, I was telling her what was going on. And I don't know why. I mean, I was so out of it. I kept on saying, so where are you? And I said, well, I'm at the airport. And it's like, really? What are you doing at the airport? So I'm on the way to go see my daughter. And it's like, really? What was I doing? And she said, well, you were going downtown. It's like, really? What was I going downtown for? I honestly didn't remember. I actually ended up bruising a couple of ribs right here. I broke another rib up here. So bruised, cracked, I don't know, but that's where the camera hit me, was right about here. This was a whole new one. I don't know what happened with that one. And all of this was just crazy. Anyway, what happened was one day I sat here and I stretched and I can move like this now, but I couldn't at the time. So what happened was when I stretched, okay, I stretched and I heard a loud pop right here. The pain was exquisite. I mean, it was holy short words. Oh my goodness. Short words. And many of them, and boy, were they ever loud. And no one was here. Nobody was here. Marcy was out for the day for doing something. I don't remember what. I popped that thing, and holy screaming heck, did I ever. Oof. Anyway, so enough about that. So what ended up happening was I actually had to replace my phone as well. My phone was actually broken. The screen had a screen protector on it. Screen protector was totally destroyed. I had a screen protector on my camera, and that's after I took the screen protector off that damage exists. And I did the same thing. My phone was broken front and back, and I was broken by the camera, was broken down here, it was broken all over the place, and the screen was destroyed. And it wasn't working. I go to touch it, it wasn't working. Anyway, I had to bring it in. Thankfully, I had Apple Care, so I could get a new phone. Love Apple. I think they're fantastic because the reason why I think Apple is so fantastic is because I'm not the kind of guy that actually builds my computer or really cares what it does. When it gets Apple is a very hold your hand and do the work for you kind of company. And quite frankly, that's what I need in a computer. So my phone pairs with my computer. I love it. It's fantastic. And I'm never going to switch back, but this is what I have and this is why I have it. Anyway, my phone was destroyed. My camera's destroyed. The lens, thank goodness, the lens, all it had was that skid mark. Can you see that skid mark right here? That's all it had on it. That's all the damage. Lens is fine. Thank goodness. It's like $1,000 lens to try to replace. 800 if you get it on sale. 700 if you get it on sale. Really, like a really good sale. $700. It's about $1,000 lens. So thankfully, it's not broken. It's not trashed. The camera, the old camera was actually a $400 camera, which is fabulous. In a way, it's fabulous because when it went to we have to get it replaced or repaired. I was actually looking at getting it repaired, and it was going to cost me around $600 to get it repaired. And it's like, it's a $400 camera. I'm not repairing it. So I went to new camera. I'm not going to tell you how much that camera cost because I went up to my head in debt. I'm literally up to my neck in debt with this stuff. Like I'm barely keeping my head above water. That was like a $3,000 camera, 3,200, 3,300 for the camera. It's just crazy. But anyway, needless to say, I have several $1,000s worth of camera equipment and no insurance. So that's awesome. I'm actually looking at getting insurance for it. It's crazy. I'm wildly off topic. All I really wanted to do in this video was just to say, hey, I'm having a live stream. It's on the 26th, and now I've spilled the beans about a whole bunch of stuff. So that's why you haven't seen me for the last couple of weeks. I just one post, I think, is all I really did in the last few weeks. This is why. I was planning on doing some videos. I was actually going downtown. I was going to do some videos. I was going to make, take some pictures and do that kind of thing. Nothing. Got into the accident. Everything just went downhill. I could barely move my arm for weeks. I say that for weeks. The first week, couldn't move it. I actually had to have a pillow on my chest, and I had my arm wrapped around the pillow, and I stayed like that the entire time. I got to put my arm down. That actually hurts. But anyway, I had my arm like around the pillow, and I was hugging the pillow. I had to sleep in a chair, an armchair. I'm not even kidding. I had to sleep in an armchair. Between my ribs and my collarbone, I couldn't handle getting up or laying down. There was one night, middle of the night, I had to get up and pee, and then it was terrible. I tried to get up and I couldn't move. I couldn't roll to my back. I couldn't roll to my side. I couldn't sit up. I couldn't move my arm. Nothing. I just couldn't do anything. I ended up having to take some massive painkillers middle of the night. It was literally 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was terrible. But anyway, that is an extremely long, slightly embarrassing version of why I haven't been putting out any videos. So now you know. Anyway, what's going to be happening is I'm going to be throwing out some videos between here and the 26th. That is going to happen. More of these. And every time I do it, I'm going to be mentioning the live stream on the 26th. I'm going to put up another post to say that we're doing it live on the 26th. And we're going to be out in the RV. And if I have my way with it, we're doing the interview in the RV. It may be on this camera. It may be on that camera. It may be on my phone. I don't. I've got several cameras altogether. I've got a GoPro. I've got my big camera. I've got my phone. I've got all kinds of stuff. I've got this camera, whatever. I don't think I have any over here. Look at me getting squirreled off again. I swear I'm like a 3-year-old sometimes. It's terrible. Anyway, so what we're going to be doing, and I'm going to have cameras set up all over the place. I've got a thing in my mind where we're going to have such a big meetup and we're going to go to the cookhouse. And I'm going to have like 2, 3, 4 cameras set up all over the place. We're all going to take videos and we're all going to be doing stuff. And some of them are going to have audio, some of them aren't. Maybe we're going to do a live stream, maybe we're not. I don't know. I have no idea what we're going to do. It might be an impromptu live stream somewhere during the weekend, probably the one on Saturday. If anything, it may get moved, but most likely not. But let's see how the live stream goes. It's a test for me. Let's see how it goes. Anyway, we've got all kinds of great stuff coming up. We're de-winterizing the RV right now. I've actually had some issues with it. I went out there the one day and I lost a little bit of the footage. I got crabby and I just scrapped all of it. What had happened was I went out to the RV. I went to start it up and it just like click, click, click. I'm like, uh-oh, for an RV, that's bad because I've got 2 different batteries and like I don't think my car can get in between the RVs because I'm parked with my RV here and I've got another RV right next to it and I don't think I can get the car in between the 2 RVs so I can jump the batteries because they're that far back and nonsense all over the place. So what ended up happening was I took the house batteries, fired up the generator. Generator finally came on, thankfully. Generator came on, started charging the house batteries, which it always does. That's what it's for. But it started charging the chassis batteries for the RV so I could actually start the RV. I thought, what a wonderful, delicious thing to be able to do that. So, and it's an emergency start. Love it. Loved it. Thought that was brilliant. I didn't realize that was a feature I was ever going to use. And then I used it. Like, brilliant. Never getting rid of that generator now. And what I did was I started the RV. It finally ran it for like 20 minutes. And I went out there again just recently. I was out there 2 days ago, fired it up. It ran. Love it. Happy as can be. And what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be going back out there again in 3 days. Three days. We're going back out to the RV. We're going to fire that bad boy up again. We're going to get the big beast going again. We're going to have rolling thunder is what I'm thinking about calling it. But anyway, we're going to have that bad boy fired up. We're going to move it back into town. We're going to get it de-winterized. And for a second, I thought somebody was coming, but they're not. Anyway, going to get it de-winterized. Going to have a lot of fun. We're going to bring it in. There's a bunch of small stuff that I'm probably going to show on the channel where maybe I'm not going to show on the channel. I don't know. So I'm not going to say anything about that, but the dealership where we're getting it de-winterized is a fabulous dealership. I have no problems with them. They've had some problems in and of themselves, but hopefully we're going to make things happen. Anyway, like I said, I'm rambling like crazy. I almost want to start this video over again. This is like the 12th time and I'm cooked. I'm done. I'm done with making the video. So anyway, what we're going to do, like I said, we're going to get it de-winterized. As soon as it's de-winterized, we're headed down to Tabor for a seminar. And we're going to be making some videos on the way there, on the way back, while we're there, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to have lots of videos next week. This week, we're going to have a couple of videos of getting ready to go and what exactly that entails to get ready to go. So we're going to do that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do some other stuff. I can't think of what other stuff we're going to do, but we're going to have some other stuff going on anyway. I'm going to continue playing around with the microphone because I can hear myself. So I can tell by leaning into it, it sounds great. And when I lean back way over here like this doesn't sound good. So when I'm that far away from the microphone, it's not the greatest sound in the world. But when I come in a lot closer, this is good. So I've been trying to point myself toward the microphone. And, like I said, I'm going to play with the light. I'm going to play with the microphone. I'm going to see what we can do. I'm going to see what works, what doesn't. How close do I have to have the microphone? How much of my face am I going to hide? How much of my face am I going to have out? Like, all kinds of different little things. Little things. I got to worry about those things. Anyway, super excited. This is all in preparation for the live stream. So I am super excited to make some stuff happen. I cannot wait to see you all there. As many as can possibly make it. I am anxious to have a chat with you. And we're going to talk in Thor, the hurricane. I don't know. I just call it a Jimmy Buffett, maybe because it's a hurricane. You know that song? I'm not going to sing that. I'm not going to torture you. I'm not going to sing that song. But anyway, however long this video is, it's a one take video. I'm not going to do any editing. I'm just going to throw it out there just the way that it is. So hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you've had fun. Thank you for watching another RV Dreams video. And soon we're going to be back to, having the dream again. We're going to, well, maybe not. I got to live in the dream all right. Sometimes it's a flipping nightmare. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's awesome. Sometimes it's not so great. But, that's life. I mean, you can't have all the time great. You can't. It's just not a realistic thing. So anyway, I'm gonna cut it loose about now. I'm gonna stop the video and we're gonna talk again very, very soon. So let me see if I can stop the recording over here. Anyway, we're gonna talk soon. Have fun. And remember, go outside. Go outside. Worst case scenario, a bear kills you. Short of that, you're having a good time. Okay, so get out there, break a leg, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you the next time.